Heyo, it's me Sam. I'm coming back at you with a new video on how to make a quarter zip sweatshirt. It is going to be a little tricky, but I think you can do it, okay? So, what the three main things about this sweatshirt is that it is a contrasting color block sweatshirt. Ta-da! You are going to install a zipper with the optional contrast collar. You can all do this one color. It's up to you on what you want to do. And you're also going to be putting in a pocket because guess what? Pockets make everything better. Let's just face it. Dresses with pockets, a bag with multiple pockets, cargo pants. Those are iffy for me. But anything with a pocket that's functional and useful to just like hold your phone, hold your keys, hold your wallet, you're good. It's awesome. All right. And also I'm going to be teaching you how to do a quick gathered sleeve with elastic because you want an open sleeve. If elastic cuffs bother you, you can leave it open. Just taper it to the size you want or just leave it big and have a little bell sleeve going, okay? So here we go. Alright, so for this tutorial I'm going to be using sweatpant legs again because that's the fabric that I have and I want to use up. If you do not have sweatpant legs like me, which you probably don't, you can use about 1.5 yards of fabric. Make sure it's jersey fleece. Have a zipper. This one here is not the one that I used, as well as some chalk. And don't forget your ruler along with your thread, pen and pencil, and some scissors. What I forgot to mention there was you should also include some paper and elastic if you want to be drafting up your own pattern for this. Here I am drafting, and in a second or two you're going to see how I actually drafted out my patterns because I realized the lighting was not the best for this to see. So as you can see, we can have our main bodice, our sleeves, the collar, and the pocket that I did. Pause it here if you want to copy these measurements down. This is just for a bust of 42, which is my bust, because guess what? I don't want to interact with anyone, and this is what I'm going off of. It's basic geometry. If you are into that, pattern making is kind of like a big math problem, but it's actually fun for me. So you can just copy this down and remember to add seam allowance because if you don't, it's going to be really tight and it's not going to be as comfy. And here you can see me just cutting out my pieces. Make sure you pin down your pieces because guess what? I am a rebel and I did not pin my stuff down because I'm a mess, and even though I had the pins literally sitting right next to me, I decided not to pin it down until my camera decided to shut off. And you know, sometimes just things just go that way and you just gotta roll with it, okay? And as I mentioned before, my camera was being a little iffy with me, so it missed my whole entire sewing of the top bodice. But I kind of drew up a little sketch for you here how the 4 pieces kind of form together. Make sure you leave the front seam open so that way you can add your zipper. And yeah. Alright, so here you can finally see the top bodice of it finally figured out, and the actual zipper that I'm going to be using in this tutorial. It's I believe a 14-inch zipper. You can use a longer zipper or an actual 12-inch, 13-inch zipper. I just had a 14-inch because that's what I have. And here I am pinning it down. You want to make sure that the zipper teeth are actually flipped out so that way when you sew it together it will flip in. It looks tricky, but trust me. There's a lot of zipper tutorials. I can link some down below. If you need them, or if you are just having a whole entire troublesome time, I can go in and do a more in-depth zipper sewing tutorial because I know that they can definitely be tricky. And so I got both sides of my zipper done, So I'm going to add the other half of my collar. I'm doing a contrast collar, so I just sewed the top portion of that collar together and made sure I got the seam allowance of the zipper teeth in there and sewed that out. I'm going to top stitch it so that way the little seam on either side doesn't roll over and become uncomfortable. I actually took that out when I was sewing it because it was giving me a little bit of trouble, so I top stitched it at the end, but as you can see it kind of gives you that inlaid zipper, and you want to sew down your sides, then just turn up your seam allowance and sew that, stitch in the ditch if you know what I mean. And it's a little tricky, but I believe in you, you can do it. Play around with your fabric a little bit, get out your seam ripper and a cup of tea. I attached my sleeves to my top bodice. As you can see, it's completely flat. I did not sew any of the side seams together yet, so I'm going to add my bottom, front piece, and back piece. You will be able to see that it's going to be really simple. It's just a straight stitch. So this next part is if you used a longer zipper than what you desired for your quarter zip. It's really simple. You're going to make a bar tack at the end of the area of your zipper. Just trust me, it makes sense. So you know how that zipper has that little bottom block to stop it from zipping off of its tracks? You're gonna make a bar tack, so that's gonna go across over and over and over, so that way you don't have to worry about your zipper sliding off. I would definitely do this about an inch below where you're going to attach your bottom half to your top half. It just makes more sense to me, and also gives you a better chance of not sliding it off, because if it slides off, crap, you gotta replace the zipper, and that's a whole nother story that's not fun at all. And you can just cut these with a bit of scissors, some pressure, and get your stress out, okay? And so as you can see, I am pinning on my pocket. It's a little kangaroo pocket. It's very simple. You just flip it up so that way you sew down the top, and then you flip it under so that way you tuck in your seams. I don't know, this is how I do it. There's a lot of other people that do it different ways. Again, I did not sew my side seams because it kind of fits better in my machine that way. It's easier for me to handle. And so now that everything is all sewn up, everything that I want, I'm going to sew my side seams. And so I'm just trying it on here, making sure everything works right, everything fits right. And as you can see, I did not finish my sleeves yet. They're still open, and so how I'm going to finish them is with a little bit of elastic and stitches and some hope, okay? That's how we get through when we're sewing with elastic, is we hope that it's gonna work, and it's gonna work, okay? So you can see me, I'm just sewing my loops together with a bit of embroidery floss, because guess what, that's what I had, so I'm going to use it. And for when you're sewing elastic, since this is such a small area, I just go by quarters. So I do the bottom and top seam of your sleeve, and then the two midpoints on the other side. The best way I can describe it is you're quartering a circle, so you're making 4 cuts, but instead you're pinning in 4 places. And so when you bring that over to your machine, you're gonna make sure you wanna stretch out your fabric so that way it doesn't bunch all in one area. You wanna make sure it's pulled just ever so slightly so that way the fabric underneath while you're sewing does not bunch in one area and then is flat in the other. You wanna make sure it's a consistent gather around. It makes a lot more sense when you're doing it, trust me. Again, I can do another video if that's something that you would like to see. But yeah. And there I go. I am sipping the rest of my coffee in my quarter zip sweater. I really like it. I really dig the contrast collar because I just think that's really fun to do. Definitely going to wear this out to a Target run with my mask on because COVID, and also it's just really comfy and cozy and something that I really wanted to do for myself at this time. So yeah. Alright, end of the video. Okay, so let's see what you did. If you did it, look at you. Look at you, baby. If you didn't do it, hey, it's okay. You tried. That's all that counts right now. You can learn, you can get better, you can sew more. And progress is the best thing that you can do during this time because honestly, with the election being in a third wave of COVID, and my own personal anxieties, especially that one time that you keep thinking about where that lady put a lemon in your iced coffee and that iced coffee. Why do you put a lemon in iced coffee? It's so terrifying to me. But yeah, so we're just living life. Sometimes you need a 3/4 zip sweatshirt with a pocket to feel nice. Sometimes making something for yourself, even if it isn't a sweatshirt, even if it's just a cup of tea or calling your mom. I'm gonna call my mom. If it's calling your mom or someone that you really care about, just do something for yourself today. Take care of yourself. I know everyone's like going crazy. It's a very stressful time. And sometimes I just think you need to take a minute and do something for yourself and be selfish for a little bit. Maybe do some retail therapy. Eat some chocolate. Live your life. Drink some wine if you're of age. Hey, you're doing what you can. That's all you can do. You're a human. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna grow from them. You're gonna learn how to do things eventually. So yeah, I just want to make sure all of you know, take care of yourself first. And in fitting fashion, my camera has decided to just not do camera things anymore. That's fine too. So I'm going to you on my laptop just to say a quick goodbye and to stay fierce. Keep going, have some tea, and snuggle up with a blanket because it's getting cold out. Okay? Bye.